China told the United Nations Security Council on Tuesday that territorial integrity should be respected after Moscow held controversial annexation referendums in Russia-occupied regions of Ukraine.
Here's a summary of the article.
China told the United Nations Security Council on Tuesday that territorial integrity should be respected after Moscow held controversial annexation referendums in Russia-occupied regions of Ukraine. Our position and proposition on how to view and handle the Ukraine issue is consistent and clear. That is, the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all countries should be respected, said Ambassador Zhang Jun, whose government in Beijing is sometimes seen by the West as being too accommodating with Russia. Microsoft and partners may be compensated if you purchase something through recommended links in this article.
This post received a score of 9,800, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Territorial integrity of Ukraine, yes.
Chinese government is typically very vague in their public statements. I think it's purposeful rather than lost in translation. Their threats come off the same way.
China has used these exact same words about both Taiwan and Ukraine long before the fake Russian referendum.
Yep, Xi made it clear they don't support the Russians anymore with the invasion months ago. However, they are trying to send a message to the USA that if there's a controversial annexation of the land, China should be able to do it as well, as they consider Taiwan a part of China and integral to their One China policy. It's just hitting back at the USA for bringing a military and political tension to Taiwan, nothing of provoking a military aid for Russia as they aren't supporting the endeavor. Opening square bracket, opening square bracket, opening square bracket.
Greater than as they consider Taiwan a part of China. No, they consider the opposite. According to China, Taiwan is a part of China. They're not apart from them.
They probably just made one of the more common typos of the English language.
Up could be responsible for starting WW3 with that mistake. A simple missing, and off we go skeptical smiley face.
Fuck. I had an offer to put a bet on you. Ihuzio starting WW3 just last week as well.
This is super ambiguous as to whose view of territorial integrity they are referring to.
That's the point.
I guess that's the strategic ambiguity I keep hearing about.
That's certainly a possibility.
TBF, they could have meant Ukraine. Even after the referendum, those parts aren't part of Russia even in Russian law until formally annexed. So, just a rather ambiguous statement really.
Our position and proposition on how to view and handle the Ukraine issue is consistent and clear, that is, the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all countries should be respected, said Ambassador Zhang Jun, whose government in Beijing is sometimes seen by the West as being too accommodating with Russia, integrity of all countries aka Ukraine, but the fuck if that means anything.
Yeah, this is doublespeak, so it can be interpreted either way in the event Russia loses.
They really don't want to be involved in this war law.
They flaked hard after Russia started to get their shit kicked in. Fair enough.
The way I'm reading this is China is saying Ukrainian borders need to be respected while condemning the referendums without actually saying it. Lotta jumping to conclusions in here.
China doesn't support what Russia's doing in regards to territorial annexation because it's trying to be logically consistent with its One China policy. A lot of people are either misinterpreting it or don't understand the historical issues between the PRC and ROC. The PRC doesn't want to grant legitimacy to the concept that a historical territory can just break off and either become another country because that's a threat to their concept of a One China that includes Taiwan, Tibet, and Xinjiang.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.